Good afternoon, everyone watching the European Dodgeball Championships 2017 here in Ravenscraig Arena. This is Motherwell, Glasgow, Scotland hosts this year. I'm joined here after lunch, Sam Mason by my side. I'm Jake Canner, and you're joining us back on Court 1 for a mixed third-fourth playoff between Scotland and Slovenia. Both teams done particularly well to get this far in the competition. Last year, Slovenia crashing out in the mixed competition with 9th, Scotland with 6th. This time, they've managed to get through to their semi-finals. Unfortunate to get knocked out at that stage, but here they are playing for 3rd and 4th. You're joining us partway through the first set in the first half, with Scotland mix leading by 1 player. Neither team happy to have been knocked out. They were both angling for final positions. However, it's worth noting that as the European Championships is a qualifier for next year's World Cup, all teams present on Court 1 have qualified. They'll be going to Madison Square Garden next year for the World Cup. That's in New York City. Everyone very, very excited, but still focus is here, European Championships. End of that first set, Scotland taking the first 2 points. Quick off the start in the middle. Joshie Sutton getting that third ball back for Scotland. Farmed out to the wings, as is typical. And using that third ball before the play ball call, Scotland wanting to respond. Slovenia a little slower on the attack.
Yeah, Haley Whitelaw just dropping the catch there. Scotland down to 5 players now. Wings just swapping over, number 8 Duncan, number 88 Johnny Day. Nice hit there by Johnny Day. Joshie Sutton just putting the pressure on, getting the hit, and also being hit. A nice 1-for-1 there. Play just settling down now. 3 for Slovenia, 4 for Scotland.
Spicy throw from Sanfajar at Tim. I keep calling him Tim, it's Johnny Day.
It's Johnny Day.
I'm so used to saying.
See, his brother Tim.
Again, Scanvenjar, and the catch is on. King takes the catch, Amanda King nearly taken now by John Duncan. John Duncan, referee thinks he's touched that ball. He's dismissed by the ref.
Nice hit there by Scotland, taking Slovenia down to 1 player.
It's Johnny Day, Vicky Barkley in the centre for Scotland. Just Buzetti left for Slovenia, quick from King, and Johnny Day getting that second set under their belts, nice and quick for Scotland. We're seeing that replay on. Sanfajar and Amanda King getting underneath it. John Duncan not so lucky. Quickly across that Scotland back line. Good court awareness from Amanda King, being able to track that ball, getting that catch. Ball flew back a little high even for Johnny Day. Scotland with 3, just releasing 1, completely fine and switching back. Those balls at the wings, typical tactic.
Nice lead there by Johnny Day, didn't want to go fishing there, didn't want to risk the catch. Just a little bit of pause in proceedings now. Head ref Danny Angleton just having a word with the Slovenian captain.
I'm not sure exactly what would come as a surprise to pretty much Corbel at this point in the competition. Here we are, day 3. Heading towards the back end. As you say, this is the 3rd, 4th place. There is a bronze medal at stake for both of these teams in the mixed contest. John Duncan hit with the pre-throw. There's a catch in as well. He thinks he's caught Amanda King. And Kazar has done well not to be noticed by the referee. Players are not permitted to dismiss other players.
Now I think that he hit that he's making a standing count on the person opposite him, so the hit on him didn't count. So the catch then is a catch.
Skavnajar just coming across, putting a little bit of defense on Johnny Day, push it back to the corner. Haley Whitelaw dropping the ball. And Skavnajar completely capitalizing on that moment. Vicky Barkley, quite a long way to throw.
So 2 players left here in for Scotland.
No catch from Joshie Sutton. Yes, catch from Vicky Barkley. John Duncan back in. Barkley throwing it completely the wrong player. Invalid, dismissed.
Hit there by number 8, Duncan. Unfortunately gets hit in there on the knee.
That's a good composure, good finish from Skavnajar for Slovenia. Duncan right on the knee as he's dodging cross court, unable to get anywhere behind it. That ball was long, long gone. Play back underway. Slovenia grabbing a couple of points from Scotland there. Still very, very early, only 3 sets played. Scotland leading 4-2 on points.
Yeah, Kazar very close to the line there. Slovenia now with a 4-ball attack. Successful running count there by Johnny Day.
Skavnajar unable to get his arms around it, straight out of the catching area. Rapid throw from Johnny Day. Johnny Day, the target from that Slovenian volley.
Good dodging there by Johnny Day. Scotland setting up here, 3-ball attack. 4-ball, sorry.
Using all 4 balls. I think Johnny Day just following up, trying to guarantee that hit. They've done well to get the ball back. 2 now in the Scotland side. Slovenia to attack with 3. 1 at Johnny, 2 at Johnny. John Duncan finishing the job. Quick counter in the center against Slovenia. Blocked to the ground by Corbel. Cover from Barkley. Good movement.
Yeah, Scotland setting back with 2 now.
Neither team really wanting to commit to a full attack. Will Scotland bring one now? Still no play ball.
So 3 balls on the Slovenian side now. Ball Trigger just needs to get that from the right side of court. Catch there by Amanda King, number 27.
Just captain, player, coach, Primož Corbel left in for Slovenia in the 4th set. Hits on the instep.
Good finish there by the Scotland mixed team.
Putting them yet another couple of points ahead. 6-2. Rapid off the start, Johnny Day, no mercy whatsoever.
No, been a very key player so far for the Scotland team.
Yeah, straight off the start, picking out Laura Horvat. Kazar gets Sutton. Sutton late on the dodge. Skavnajar electing to go with a shorter ball. Straight down the line, Johnny Day.
Let's see what Scotland could produce here with a 3-ball attack. Just using one play ball, wasn't called. Absolutely fine.
Just that pressure. Slovenia looking a lot more composed on court than when we saw them in their semi-final earlier on this morning here on court 1. Johnny Day, long way down for that catch. Long way for him. Rossetti is trying to put a little pressure on Johnny Day. Leaves himself open though for counter. Joshy Sutton definitely going to take that chance. Catch from Sutton. Corbel and Corbel.
Good standing count there by Amanda King. Taking him by surprise there.
It's perfect timing.
No hit there.
Hitty Whitelaw kind of left alone, but Kozar's only got eyes for Johnny Day.
Just bounced there.
And again, still trying to shut down Day. This is Tina Kerbel. Inside of Whitelaw. Still majority balls with Tina Kerbel. And yet no hit. Barkley attracting the attention, and again, finishing.
Nice and easy, solid catch there. So Scotland take that, leading 8-2.
Good positioning there from Barkley at the very end. Getting the attention of Tina Kerbel, drawing it in. And already that tactical timeout being taken here in this third, fourth playoff. On the near side, Scotland coach Frank Howarth, Jess Goshawk going in for a quick conversation. Ball retrievers are in there too, Pete Watt, Sammy Townsend. And you see at the far end that lot more animated team talk from Primož Corbel to his mixed team.
Yeah, also gives us a chance to say to everyone out there watching here on Unilive Sports, remember, keep those comments coming in. Anything you don't understand, any questions, any queries, we'll try to answer them. Also use the hashtag on Twitter, EuroDodge2017. And the same principle applies to there as well.
All right, your time is up, court 1 teams. You're back in position, there's a bit of support for the host nation. Scotland now with the crowd to their backs here in this first half. Quick off the line again. Ball back to Barkley and Whitelaw together. John Duncan left-hand side switching out. Scotland getting back into formation. Strike on Whitelaw. Powerful shot, but blocked down by Kozar. Scotland mix here. Duncan drawing their attention. In the play with the ball. Slovenia keen to shut him down. Plenty of other players on the field for them to have a go at.
Two hits there. Slovenia now down to 4.
Is it both Corbel's hit? No catch for Duncan. Kozar's throw just a bit too strong, but too quick. But Joshy Sutton, not a catch. Line fault. No one's told Kozar.
There he is, takes the instruction there from head ref Danny Eggleton.
Again, Slovenia just trying to keep Johnny Day in the corner. They do well not to ignore Amanda King. Kozar's picked that up.
A lot of support for Scotland on the live stream here on Unilad. Lindsay Nicholson, come on Scotland. Simon Robert Fenn, come on Scotland. Frank Howarth, you hero. Yes, he is a hero indeed.
Now, Johnny Day did not see that coming. A long, long throw from Buzetti from Slovenia. Just leaves Vicky Barkley in on her own. Majority possession. She's going to have to get rid of this third ball. Play ball called. Now, Barkley is going to want to set herself for the catch. It's definitely her style, but she needs to get rid of this ball first and back away from the counters.
There we are, set herself. Can she make a catch? No, just dodging for now.
So avoiding Pintaric, trying to shut him down. He's definitely got the shorter run. Barkley wants an attack from Buzetti. Longer throw, easier to set. She's definitely going to be trying to pin down Pintaric again. Delay. Play ball. And back, she's looking for Buzetti.
Good finish there by the Slovenians. Current score 8-4 in favour of Scotland.
That's a great finish from Slovenia, just showing that accuracy and timing in the throws. They landed on Vicky Barkley at exactly the same time. She was trying to delay one, eye one up for the catch, separate the two throws, stagger them, but Slovenia were not phased. Ball's back at Scotland, catch in the centre. Hayley Whitelaw not pleased. And Amanda King not able to secure the catch that time either. Johnny Day looked like he was going to be targeted by a quick counter from Pintaric, but defence from Sutton keeping everyone at bay.
Duncan just dropping that catch there, number 8 here.
End of the first half. Slovenia finishing slightly ahead in that set. They're getting themselves 2 more points, but Scotland go into half-time eking ahead, 8-6.
Yeah, just by 1 set. What do we make of that first half then, Jake?
Well, it seemed like it was Scotland's to lose. They came out a little quicker than Slovenia, and they were trying to pin them down in the back, getting those early sets in. And a lot of control from the wingers, as well as some fantastic play in the centre. Catches from Amanda King, from Barkley, and some good court awareness put Scotland ahead. However, Slovenia, after that tactical timeout, that little talk, seemed to rally, really backing themselves on the counter. And I think that they were putting the ball into Scotland's hand, forcing them to play, make that first,
absolutely.
Drawing them out, and Slovenia able to get on them very, very quickly. Certainly getting themselves back into the game. Any standout plays for you, Sam? Any players in particular catching your eye here on court 1?
Josh Sutton, picking up those catches. Unfortunately, the last catch he did, yes, he stepped on the line, but an absolute solid play there for the Scotland mixed team. A bit of a shock, really, that he wasn't involved in the men's squad for this European Championships. But yeah, him, Johnny Day, spearheading this mixed team towards that bronze medal in this European Championships.
That's it, and that will still be an improvement on last year's finishing position for Scotland in the mixed competition. Not doing quite so well in Paris, floating around just below the halfway point in the final mixed standings. This year, guaranteed 4th, angling for 3rd.
And also guaranteed a spot at NYC Madison Square Gardens for the World Cup next year.
And that's as big for the Scottish team as it is for Scotland, for European dodgeball and worldwide dodgeball. It's going to be a fantastic stage. Very much looking forward to being out there involved in that production. This close shot, you can see Pete Watt out there, captain for the mixed team, giving his words of wisdom. He's got that slightly more objective view. He's been ball retrieving for the majority of this first half.
Yeah, been able to have a good view of the overall game. Even though ball retrieving you need a lot of concentration for that.
Certainly do.
Just so you don't give to your team the amount of balls they don't want. For example, a lot of teams don't like throwing those, making an attack on those 3 balls. Prefer to have two or 4.
Slovenia are ready. The refs seem ready. It's just Scotland using every last second they possibly can. That Scotland team talk finally drawing to a close. Rallying cry. It has been a fantastic tournament. Of course, the final hopes pinned on the mixed team as Scotland men's are lucky not to get through their quarter-final position. An unfortunate draw against reigning champions England.
Coach of the Scotland team there, trying to G up the crowd in this. It's their home nation.
It is the stands are filled. There's players, there's supporters alike for action both on court 1 and court 2. On the whistle.
Scotland get those 3 balls. Josh Sutton getting that middle one, resetting. Johnny Day wasting that third. Slovenia then again wasting that third, setting with 2. Let's see if they can make a counter on this Scotland 3-ball attack.
It's through the ranks. They have majority. Play ball.
Thought a block onto himself there, Johnny Day. Takes the walk.
Slovenia now to play ball. That one is too many balls. The play ball still called on Slovenia. Moment of confusion. I think Johnny Sutton caught a little off guard.
Oh, good hit there by Kozan. Number 23 on to number 8, Duncan. Haley Whitelaw there, lucky with the catch. Left him for Scotland, Vicky Barclay, Amanda King. Now just Vicky Barclay. Number 10 for Slovenia making that catch.
Cianic once again setting herself steady at the back, taking a catch, so we all know she can. Barclay all around the head. Brings back Johnny Day, big arm, big player.
Catch there by Johnny Day. Justin strolls back onto court.
Slovenia still 1 player advantage. Balls with Pantaric and Kobel in the wings.
Hit there. Level, teams level.
Kobel not happy with himself. Johnny Day attracting attention once again, but Scotland now with a majority team. I think Johnny Day just using that moment, taking out Martina Cianic.
Lucky there, Joey thought he blocked it into the floor. Blocked it into himself before that.
Pantaric stepping aside. That 2-ball attack from Scotland. Referee from Austria, Jules Lenoble saying no, Pantaric, you got caught in the foot. Barclay on the quick block, just across the flank of Kerber, she gets out the way.
Got to make the attack now, she's got the 3, Scotland gonna go.
Not invalid, it's fluffed and no catch. I think Joshie Sutton had her back in that initial.
Just standing out from the back of the court there, just taking her out. Scotland go up 10-6.
Certainly looking a little stronger for that half-time break. It's a good rally from Scotland, not afraid to go down to lose players on the block. Huzetti controlling that block, keeping it on court over to Kobel. Plucks it out of the air on the wings, dismissing Haley Whitelaw.
Coming forward again, wasting that 3rd ball. Josh Sutton tried to do it again from the back of the court. Scotland set up a 3-ball attack. Hit there on goes on number 23.
It's a good high-low work from Scotland. Opens the player up, he can only block one way.
Johnny Day giving himself out there. No beat on the toe.
Sutton shut down.
So ricochet hit there, no. Number 4.
Tina Coble staying in, but Horvat struck, Pintaric struck. John Duncan blocking everything at him.
Good fake there. Good decision. Let Scotland reset. 4-ball attack.
Play ball. Tina Coble in the middle. Wants the attention, gets the catch. Trading Amanda King for Andre Kozar.
Just looking to set that catch there. Realised it wasn't quite there. Made the decision. Got out of the way.
Duncan avoiding the counter. Standing counter from the back of court from Primož Coble. Buzetti, another catch. This time Laura Horvat back in for Slovenia at the expense of Joshi Sutton. Coble on the toes.
Duncan also going out there. Not really needing to for that catch. Could have maybe jumped out the way of that and reset.
Buckley again on her own. Invalid.
Classed as invalid.
Still very much ahead, Scotland. 10 points to Slovenians 8.
Shout out to Dave Watt on the live stream here on Unilad. Great work, Scotland, watching from Tokyo.
Tokyo, any relation of Pete Watt, mixed team captain?
Yeah, let us know where you're watching this from, who you're watching it with, and what you think of this great game of dodgeball.
Slovenia with 3, Coble on his own. Pre-throw.
Scotland here, 3-ball attack, see what they do.
It's just the one, a fake from Johnny Day, but I think he spots an opening on Coble, puts it wide. Duncan into himself. Thought about trying to secure the catch, he was already away from him.
And just so you know, Jake, Dave Watt, no relation at all, just a
fan.
Just a fan.
Kozar sends it out of the arena. Up and over. And Horvat following off court.
Good dodging there by Johnny Day.
Impressive wingspan, looking for those balls. That seems like a reaction to playing against the hard wall, trying to trap some balls behind him.
Absolutely.
So accurate on Tina Coble. Buckley wants Buzetti for herself. Buzetti early on Day. Scotland just getting that slightly more comfortable lead once more.
So just a question here from Dean Yaggis. Which other countries from around the world will be in New York? And who are the favourites?
At the minute, the only one I can really guarantee is Australia, as they are defending champions of the women's competition. They did win in Manchester last year.
Yep.
The initial World Cup.
The England men for their win at the Dodgeball World Cup in Manchester. And then the qualifiers so far in the men's and women's and mixed categories from this championships. We have Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, and Austria in the men's category.
So they do it over in the women's. It looks like Austria will be going through. England will be going through in that semi-final position. And harking back, I think we're looking forward to really seeing from around the world, see what the tournaments in Asia and Africa can bring.
Absolutely, Malaysia was such a good team to watch at the first Dodgeball World Cup last year in Manchester, 2 years ago, sorry.
So I think we're expecting pretty good selection from across Europe, from our European selection, but really we've got to be looking out over the course of the year from those qualifying spots in Asia, America, and Africa.
Yeah, it will definitely be streamed, that Dodgeball World Cup, available to all the viewing public.
I suppose if you want any further information, the World Dodgeball Association webpage is probably a good place to start. I think they're on planetdodgeball.com.
Yeah. Drop catch there by Johnny Day.
And City was in the catching position, he was on his chest, but I think straight off, much quicker than his arms were ready for. Play three. Joshy Sutton's got to release.
Danny Eggleton calling a hit there.
Little bit of a switch with the Scotland side. We're seeing that number 4 in the middle, L.A. Ross, probably one of my favorite dodgeball names. It just sounds too rock and roll.
Yeah.
And Kurbas on the line. Just Kalcic left in for Slovenia. Not masses of time left, and she goes long for the catch. Just putting it outside. Kalcic committing completely to the dodge and to the diving catch. That's another good finish from Scotland, going ahead now, 14. It's a healthy lead, a 6-point lead. Slovenia not even challenging that central ball anymore.
Yeah, just going back to the conversation we was having about the Dodgeball World Cup.
Yeah.
Are you be streaming the other qualifiers? I do believe the African competition will be being streamed, possibly on the WDA YouTube channel. Not 100% sure on that, but just keep your eyes peeled for any more Dodgeball live streaming on the road to the World Cup at Madison Square Garden, New York City next year.
For now, our focus is firmly here on the European Championships. Of course, all these teams are stoked to be qualifying where possible, but the European standing means an awful lot to them.
Number 21 just dropping the catch there. Johnny Day's throw just a little bit too powerful for her to cling on to that. Nice catch by Josh Sutton, bringing in number 27, Amanda King.
That's a Sharnetch's throw, a little soft for Joshy, who sat at the back of court. I'm not even sure if it was directed at him, but his position was good. Makes the catch of Keezy, King at the back. Ball coming over the head of Joshy Sutton, he gets low, King is ready. Scotland must play 3. They play all 4.
Good finish of the game there by Scotland.
It's that play by Amanda King in the back, that court awareness, absolutely fantastic. She knew she had that position behind Joshy Sutton, sorry.
Cover catch is something you usually see in the England 3-ball game. Not something you really see here in the 5-ball game, but it was used very well there by Amanda King.
Johnny Day quick off the start. Bozzetti hopping over it, but I think called out for a line fault. King gets low.
Nearly an incredible catch there by Johnny Day. Just grounded before he could cling onto it.
Another change for Scotland.
Yeah, Sandy Townsend on number 32.
That's your top left looking down the court. Block, block, block. Not all of them.
Second ball hit, Danny Eggleton calling that.
Corbin is filling out of court. King keeping the pressure on. Scotland now, maximum possession. 4 balls, 1 at the back. They're at Kuzar. Kuzar's down.
So just a bit of a fact for you, Jake. Over these 3 days, we're halfway through our third day, going into the final stages of each final for each category. We all know how famous head ref Danny Eggleton is for his yellow cards.
Yes.
So far, he has produced 12 yellow cards in this tournament.
That's quite a few. Catch from Pintaric and then line. Level players now, Slovenia, Brzezzi, Horvat and Kobel. Eyeing up Joshi Sutton, it's a catch, and it's a staggered throw again. If they could get the timing down.
Those catching opportunities, will be harder to come by.
That's it, they'll be vanishing if they can just synchronize those throws. And they're fully capable. We saw it before, earlier stages in the tournament from Slovenian women's, from Slovenian mixed. And that's it, hit twice, Ellie Ross and Barkley.
Another strong finish there by the Scots.
Another 2 points ahead. They've got 10 points clear now. It looks like 18-8.
Yeah, looking like just one last 30-second game, because as that is a new ruling, if the game finishes with less than 30 seconds to go, for example there, that game finished with 5 seconds left on the clock, one additional 30-second game will be played.
Ellie Ross quick up the court. Corsar out the way, no points for hitting the ref. Pete Watt with the catch. Fresh on court.
Yeah, substitution there, number 42, Christy Bulland came on there.
In fact, it looks like a swathe, the fresh face of
Scotland. Catch there by Pete Watt.
And that's it for Scotland mixed.
Scotland get the bronze medal in this mixed tournament at the Dodgeball Championships.
This is Scotland's best place this year, the host nation. The entire squad's behind them, support from all over. We also clocked some mention in the press, I think. Lindsay, Ellie Ross, getting an article going. A little bit of publicity, and they were all wishing her the best of luck.
Absolutely. And the men's captain, Scotty Whitelaw, as well. Everyone there congratulating this Scotland mixed team.
Handshakes and high fives for the Slovenians. They want some shirt swaps. I think a breath of relief for Scotland. A little bit of heartbreak in the other competitions. Of course, with the men's being knocked out in the quarters by England, the women's being knocked out also by England. And almost the same story as a result of almost a shock defeat, I think they would say, to Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland surprising both of the Scotland sides in the men's and women's competitions. It's certainly not the script that event organizer Scotty Whitelaw had written. But their mixed team taking third place. And at the moment, I think that means a lot more to them than that World Cup spot. That will sink in a little later. Great finish for Scotland. You see they're having their final court discussions at the far end of court, top left of your view. But already Republic of Ireland and Austria taking to court one, warming up, getting limber. That they're coming ahead of the third, fourth playoff in the men's competition, that Republic of Ireland and Austria. Austrian men unhappy to be in this position. They were certainly gunning for the treble alongside the women's and their mixed. Coming in with quite a lot to prove. Their women's team definitely stealing the show over the last few years in European Dodgeball. Winning last year, they are the current reigning champions, the Austrian ladies. Austrian men coming in, they're just as good. They need to show that for themselves and for the rest of Europe, but just not quite making it through. They had their semi-final against England. However, that's going to make for a fantastic third, fourth playoff for that bronze medal here against Republic of Ireland. Republic of Ireland themselves, by score, a crushing, really, defeat against Northern Ireland. But if you go back and watch that match, if for whatever reason you weren't with us this morning, you'll see for yourself the score, as is so often the case in dodgeball, doesn't really belie the quality of the games played. So, Republic of Ireland, a little unhappy to be in this position, but also, as you saw in our interviews with them just after the match, relishing the opportunity to be here playing against Austria. It's going to be a little bit of a different experience for them. Of course, a lot of these Republic of Ireland players at club level will be facing off against many of the England regulars on a reasonably regular basis in UK and Irish leagues and competitions. So this, nice breath of fresh air for Republic of Ireland. Both teams here, of course, do have that World Cup qualification spot. As I've already said, they are, for now at least, focused on these European positions. Certainly seems to mean an awful lot more in the moment. So I certainly think it's Sam Mason's managed to get hold of some of the Scotland players in that previous match. We'll hand over to him down courtside.
So I'm here with Josh Sutton, Vicky Barclay. The Scotland mixed team just won the bronze medal. First reactions off court, how do you feel?
There are no words to describe the absolute excitement and pride that I feel right now, mate. Like, nothing quite compares to this moment. We're through to Worlds and anything's a bonus.
Josh, for yourself?
It's brilliant. Sport I love, coming here and actually representing Scotland. First, the only team out of Scotland to get a medal this year, so it shows that we had someone else to fight for this year, and we came out and we did.
Sweet. Are you going to be watching the rest of the tournament, cheering on anyone in particular?
Anyone who plays good. At this time, I support players more than I support nations. My nation's not there, so I support good play.
Any players to shout out? Any MVPs out there from the men's mixed or women's tournament you've seen, Josh?
I'd say I'd have to give a shout out to Neely. He's been playing absolutely brilliant for England at the moment in the men's. I haven't seen much of the women's, so I can't really commentate on that. And the mixed, there's been a lot of good plays from a lot of nations. I'd say as a team, Austria are looking incredible, just as a unit, so I'll give it out to Austria.
Sweet, well, thank you very much. You've earned your bronze medal, and see you in New York next year. See you later.
Thank you very much. That's Sam Mason there with Vicky Barclay and Joshie Sutton from the Scotland mixed team. Jubilant in that victory for the third, fourth place playoff there against Slovenia. Both players there instrumental in that victory. Saw Vicky Barclay with stunning court awareness, taking those catches, forcing distractions. Joshie Sutton very much the same. Key player in the Scotland mixed campaign over the course of this weekend, the course of this year. Certainly both teams stoked to be going through in that third place position. That is an improvement last year, or improvement on last year, significant one for Scotland. They placed 6th in Paris in the mixed contest, whereas in Northern Ireland the previous year 2nd, so they are returning to form, and this time that squad bolstered with an awful lot of players from the explosive growth that's happened in Scotland in dodgeball. Mostly courtesy of the Granite City Gorillas and the other teams in that Aberdeen area. Huge, huge growth and improvement. You can see, of course, Court 1, the Granite City Gorillas flags at the back with the Scotland flag. This is a squad that, drawing on the experience of these members who've been around for a few years now, as well as taking full advantage of the enthusiasm and the growth of dodgeball in Scotland. It's certainly a legacy that this tournament's hoping to leave behind. We had our conversation at the very, very start and the address from the local Scottish MPs. Not only did he deliver some fantastic burns against the English, as is customary, he made mention of he wants a legacy from this tournament, having dodgeball developing in schools and as an alternative sport while the school pitches are clear over the summers. And of course, with a nod to the weather, as indoor sports go, the more in Scotland the better, and dodgeball's a fantastic sport all year round. Almost ideally suited to at least a stereotypical climate. So I think we just got Sam back from his interview down courtside with the men's mixed.
Yeah, I am back.
I'll let him catch his breath as we pan to our views across court one. This is the third, fourth place playoff. It's Austria and Republic of Ireland.
Quick shout out to a few of the Bedford Rangers watching this. Thomas Ward, George Trashier, Richard Stonestreet. Give us a comment, how do you think it's going? Also remember to use the hashtag EuroDodge2017.
Now, certainly do please join in those conversations, both on the live stream, where I think we're live back on Facebook through the Unilad Sport portal. Hopefully this is reaching some people who have never seen dodgeball before, tuning in, enjoying the action that we've enjoyed for, well, over 10 years here in the UK. At least 8 years at a European level, harking back to our first European Championships back in 2010 down in London. Since then we've been to Stockholm, Vienna, Belfast, Paris, Central Italy, all over the place. Finally here, 2017, it's Glasgow, or Motherwell, just down the road. Here in the beautiful Ravenscraig Sports Facility. We saw heavy use, I believe, in the 2014 Commonwealth Games. It's remained an important part of the community around this area since. And hopefully it can be called a home for dodgeball for years to come. Off, away, Austria getting the 3 balls. Certainly a tactic they've been trying to employ from the very start, but 2 early hits. And the line fault. Not a great start for Republic of Ireland. An incredible start for Austria. Now in response, Kalitsky.
Ireland down to 2. 25 seconds played.
Metz with the throw. Lehrer and Grill with the fake. No requirement for these guys to throw completely. Grill is down. It's a hit on the shins. All 3 with the fake this time. Kearns can only block the 1. I don't think he seems that happy with himself. And it's a line fault from Dave Prestage. Good to see, confessing, calling himself out. Now he knows he's standing a little far back. And Kelvin Lee just encouraging Dave Prestage to stand a little further forward. That's Kelvin Lee of Northern Ireland Knights, but still firm friends from the Irish leagues.
Hit there on Dave Prestage, number 11.
It's hits, hits, and hits from Austria. Ball's now in the wings. Leitinger, both of them, and Metz in the middle. Metz controlling play, getting forward in the center, drawing out that final Irish ball. Mullen's good to get out of the way. Ireland must throw 2. There's 1, there's 2. Not really going to trouble. Leitinger down the side. Stefan, the captain.
His brother also on the other wing, Leitinger, number 4.
Another warning for ball retrievers. We've had a few of these. I still haven't found out what it is he's telling them. But with these 4 courts being in such close proximity, you might be able to tell from the single view you have on this stream, but we have 4 courts running in parallel with just a 4-foot high net in between. It's usually enough, but some of these balls are leaving the court. Plenty of spare dodgeballs in those bins. Time starts once more. Metz with the block, straight down on Mullen. Great response from Garvin McAvoy. He's got a lot of work to do. That final
hit
ball.
on the third one there, taking the Irish out. Austria go up.
It should be now 4
4-0.
points. Grill, quick off the mark, getting the third ball. It's across to Metz. We've seen this time and again with the Austrian men.
Hit there on Rob Kearns, just a little bit too hard for him to make a clutch catch there. We do apologise for no score on the board there. It seems that referee James Tuttle doesn't know how to work a computer.
I'm sure we'll thank you for that later.
Absolutely.
Austria still on top. Almost impenetrable behind that 7-inch dodgeball. One for one.
Not a bad thing in this 5-ball game, and 1 for 1. You've done your job, you've got someone out.
But once again, JP Mullen on his own, he has all the balls. Metz just putting the pressure on. He's not going to give Mullen a moment to himself. Now Janacek with him as well. Just catching replay, that final moment, he had all of the balls to work with, but so much pressure from the Austrians controlling that neutral zone. So close to them now as well with the extension. Mullen gutted with the lack of catch, but needs to get off court and back on as Rob Kearns immediately saves him. Catch twice on Koenig.
Good dodging there by De Brastage, jumping high over that ball.
Hoffman blocking back to Kearns. Kearns trying to get rid of that ball. Brastage can't get behind the catch. Yeah, check a little slower moving. He seems like he's got a little bit of a twinge on that left wing. See if we can work that out. Big fake, it really opens up the Irish. Kearns block.
So Hoffman, Grill and Metz left in for Austria. 3-on-2.
Karnitsky drawing that attention. And cross court from Metz. Karnitsky, blocked by Grill. I think Austria know better than to throw singles at this stage. Karnitsky goes very, very low. Grill's on him. Kearns from Hoffman, cover from Karnitsky. No block. Kearns is still in.
Just about.
No, I think he's calling. Yes, still in. Kearns looking for this catch. It's in!
Using the ball to secure that.
2-on-2. Kearns and Prestige. Hoffman and Grill. Prestige straight out, quick counter from Kearns. Grill blocking into his own knee.
1-on-1. Hoffman versus Kearns. 39 versus 8.
Kearns bringing 2 up with him, dangerous. Hoffman now has the pressure. He's got to release. Collide! And time.
1-on-1. Did collide there, did hit there, but the whistle went in between there, so 1 player each there. 7-1 to Austria.
It's a good rally from Ireland. Rob Kearns taking a well-earned break. There's a lot of energy expended in that. Did well to hold himself to the very end. Just having a moment while the scores update. All right, straight back to it. Janacek quicker than Mullen in the middle.
Good hit there by Elijah John de Prestage.
Cardoso looking the other way. Quick up the court this time. Mitterauer holding the ball, covering Leisinger on the left-hand side. Lucas Decker now on for Austria, taking a position on the right wing. Mitterauer again offering that support. Hoffman, Leisinger and Decker at his side. Scoring that hit, Dave Cardoso. Mitterauer's over it. Decker in a strong position. I think Mitterauer looking for that catch off Decker's block. Spinning a little too far away. Three-ball attack. Perfect timing on the landing and the catch from Mitterauer.
Yeah, solid catch there by number 30. And then a hit there on Phil Jones. Securing the last 2 points before this technical timeout to Austria.
Austria quite the comfortable lead here. So quite what head coach wants to instill in that team. We can hear a little bit of chat from all of them. It's Lucas Decker leading the conversation with EDBF president and Austrian coach Max Golder, jubilant by the side, pleased with the last performance. It's another switch, some more players taking to the court. We have Andy Koch once more, Branner. So at the end of that, please do remember that you can share your thoughts with us through the live chat on the Unilad Sport Facebook stream. You can hit us up on the Twitter, hashtag EuroDodge2017. Little bits of activity. Great to get your thoughts here in this third, fourth place playoff between Austria, Republic of Ireland, Austria, Definitely the stronger looking team, leading 9 points to 1. Prestage with the pressure. Play 3. And Andy Koch, no catch.
So 3 left in here for Austria. Oh, 6 in for Ireland.
That's a much better position for Ireland to be in after that little momentum-breaking timeout. Prestage dragging himself off court.
Rob Kearns also getting hit there, just missing the block, hitting his knee pad.
It's good control by Mullen, getting that ball back to his teammate. It's Garvin, McAvoy passes off to Cardoso. Cardoso hitting the wing. It's 1 for 1 though, he takes Leitinger out with him. Two v2. McAvoy and Mullen, catch from Decker and hit.
And an out, catch and out. 2-on-1 here in favour of Austria.
Kulnik and Janacek. Janacek quick on the counter, but holding back. Catch from Mullen. An unsuccessful sacrifice play from Kulnik.
Win there for the Irish team.
That's it, much needed reprieve. 2 more points on the board. Now it's 9-3 to Austria. Zafamo in the catch. And he sets himself ready for that suicide play, or sacrifice play.
Good sportsmanship there from the Austrians. They weren't ready either. And they won full start for the Irish team, but they didn't want that to happen. Nice fair start there. Danny Ogleton saying thank you very much.
1 minute. Looks like Kalniski's hurt. It might be cramp. It might be more serious. Looks like he might just need a minute. Hot swapping the subs. As Phil Jones jumps into the outbox, he can be caught in, provided Austria are okay with the substitution. I see no reason why they wouldn't be. And Florian Leitinger going over, checking up on Dmitry Kalnitsky.
You can see there Phil Jones in the outbox there.
Ready to come back in as a hot swap sub. Single ball towards Lera. Lera blocking down. Catch this time. Been quite the big player, Dave Prestage, in this tournament.
Yeah, he's a quite well-renowned figure there in the Irish team, alongside Rob Kearns of Manchester Bees.
So we had a quick chat downstairs with Dave Prestage after their previous semi-final loss to Northern Ireland, but he said they were looking forward to playing Austria and that Ireland will always put on a show. So far, so good. This has been an excellent match. Two very, very strong teams. Is it the catch? It's no catch.
No, bounced into his body there.
Kearns caught out. Rana, Leitinger, and Leitinger. McAvoy over it, Leitinger catch at the back. Just before the whistle, catch counts. So what would have been even teams. Austria just take that win, going up 2 more points. It's 11-3 to Austria now. And at that point, that marks half-time. Teams switching ends. Now Austria far away, they can look into the adoring face of their fans, their teammates, the crowd. Republic of Ireland will have the Austrians at their back. Normally a very intimidating side, but at this stage in the tournament, with the sportsmanship shown by the Austrian squad
Absolutely,
so far,
yeah.
I certainly think they'll be cheering them on as much as their own.
Just a shout out Simon Robert Fenn clearing that rule up for a lad called George. Catching out. A pretty simple rule. Do you not agree, Jake?
Yeah, as I called it the other day, the coward's decision from a referee. That's obviously not the case. It is sometimes seen as the easier thing to decide. Did the catch come first? Was the player struck first? Now it does happen very, very often because you have multiple balls thrown at a single player. Often that first one will nestle in, but the player is not in a position to use that court ball to block anything. They'll be struck almost immediately afterwards. So yes, jokingly referred to as the coward's decision. By no means an easy call for a referee to make. And at no point do they want to be seen as giving special treatment to either side of his team. But thank you then to our dodgeball community for clearing up the rules in the chat threads. Much appreciated. Cheers,
Absolutely.
Fenn. Simon Fenn, or McFenn as he was once known himself, part of the original Scotland Highlanders squad. He's taken a bit of a back seat on the international scene, but good to see him still chiming in, very active in the UK dodgeball community. All right, teams and referees forming up.
Austrians creating the atmosphere here with their massive boombox that they've brought.
Ireland more than happy to share in these festivities. It's their match as much as Austria's. Stars versus Grill. Grill once again, so quick. Over to Leitinger.
Three ball attack here from Austria. What can they do? Release one. Play ball wasn't called. Absolutely fine.
Good to see after that half-time break. Dmitry Kolnitsky back on court, number 9 for Republic of Ireland. Certainly hope you get to see the Austrians choreograph dance. They put a lot of work in this year. No catch from Mullen. Grill quick up the court, straight on top of Rob Kearns. Just pouncing out from behind Max Metz. Max controlling the center zone. Prestage bouncing down. Block over to McAvoy. They both have balls.
Good block there.
McAvoy tries to force that catch. It's high. It's not an easy place. Leitinger and Metz bringing it up. Dave Prestage down on balls. Free throw out, the catch is in.
Catch is made.
And that's Stefan Leitinger. Caught out, bringing back in. Dmitry Kolnitsky, big splits. But a hit off the gets the hit, catch from the ricochet. Once again, it's just Prestige on his own, hit in the air.
And line fault, just to confirm. Austrians going crazy on the side.
The atmosphere picking up once again, as we've come to expect from the Austrians. Big squad. I know they're looking forward to a bit of a break over here. They're going to spend some time over in the West Highlands. But first things first, they've got a tournament to get through.
Absolutely.
Kearns up, Kearns down.
This bronze medal match between themselves and Austria.
Kearns.
And also the women in the final against the England women. And then finally in the mixed tournament against the England mixed team.
So in that women's competition, that has a repeat of last year's final. Austria with the title to retain. England with the title to reclaim. We're still on court one. This is third, fourth place. Austria, Republic of Ireland. Austria leading 13 points to 3.
Just under 12 minutes to go.
Garvin McAvoy doesn't know he's out. All apologies though, as referee Tuthill clarifies the situation. Bold move from Grill. Cardoso gets 2 attempts, second successful. This time Cardoso glanced. Quick reset from our Northern Irish line judges. They want to give their friends, their club teammates every opportunity to get back into the game. Austria, of course, looking for more points.
Hit there on 71, Decker.
As it drops the catch, he was in and out of his hands. Tried to follow it around court. Grill wasn't available to back up the catch. Lights just balls up in the air. Grill with the catch. Cardoso's going for it. Ball to Kearns, ball to Prestige, ball to McAvoy. Kearns burning that third. Prestige as well, no need.
Seems like we're having a chance off in the crowd between the Irish and the Austrians.
Grill on Kearns, Kearns goes low, I think it's underneath him before.
Yeah,
Kearns
bounces through. No hit on Kearns.
See if we can get a lot of this chanting. Austria stepping forth with 3. Kearns taken down, just McAvoy.
1 on 6.
Interesting play, knocks that ball off court, whether intentional or not. Free throw, no catch.
Very hard to secure a catch in that scenario.
So got to give some praise to that attempt. He's drawing that fire across the court, trying to spread the Austrians out a little more. See if he can pick just the one ball to catch instead of having 4 coming directly on target.
Timeout called.
Teams using these timeouts a lot more as the tournament progresses. I think it might have taken a short while for that message to get out across the teams, across the squads, so that they can take this 1-minute tactical break. It is a new addition to these rules. Previously, you'd have to wait for the halftime spot as your only opportunity for a team discussion, but now you can have these interjections partway through. Each team gets one timeout they can use at any point in the match. It's still looking very, very good for Austria, getting that third place.
So, quick stab out of the Irish there, getting the 3 balls. Good, protection by number 88.
Now, if Austria can keep this lead for a little longer, and it certainly looks like they might, they will at least equal their performance in the men's competition last year in Paris. One better than the previous year in Belfast.
No sacrifices yet made by the Austrians.
Still taking it very seriously. I don't think they've seen that tactical opportunity. Sometimes it does pay off.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just for show.
We've seen in this tournament so far, they had 4 balls at once. Every single player sacrificed.
Ireland, of course, doing particularly well. It's one of the first times they've got themselves through to a quarter-final stage. Looking back down the list.
Hit there on number 1, hit there on number 88 as well. Quick 2-player change around for the Irish. Only Prestage and Jones left in, number 11, number 36.
Oh.
The ball retriever there got absolutely pelted.
Struck in the face.
Good job she's wearing those protective glasses.
Certainly is. Now looking back down my history, Ireland's positions previously last year, Paris 7th. Before there, they came a joint 8th due to a forfeiting. That was in Belfast. That's that eligibility problem. Of course, players all eligible, just nobody providing the documentation in time. Before there, Ireland placing 6th in Vienna, so a 4th place finish is an improvement on previous form. Still not quite out of it, gunning for 3rd.
Around 7.5 minutes left to play.
Not long. Austria being so quick at the start. We can see you got Grill and Kulnig ready to run. Max Metz, as usual, holding the center ground. Janacek taking that ball up the sides, firing towards Dave Prestage. Another one at Prestage, but it bounces just on the way in.
Hit there, number 25.
That's it, Rana struck. Quite a big follow through. Ireland able to capitalise. Is that on the shins of Janacek?
That looked like he blocked it into himself there, not going out, not seen by the refs.
He looked around, he wasn't sure.
That one
was.
did. Great hit on the toe.
Rob Kern certainly hit him first time round. Van de Kopenhagen hit at the back of court. The catch against Phil Jones. Puts Rana back in, Janacek's back in. And that sacrifice you were looking for.
There it is, double successive.
Max Metz getting that hit on Dave Prestage right at the end. Northern Ireland resetting the court. Nice and quick, not long left. 5 or 6 minutes.
Miguel Gomez, I assume Deegan got injured at some point, again.
Yeah, Deegan gets injured quite a lot. You can see him at the very back. He's in green in between those red shirts. He's wearing the Republic of Ireland t-shirt, but not the playing shirt. Haven't actually spoken to him much across the weekend. Not sure why he isn't on court.
But it's a good guess that he may be injured. I think I did catch him on a physio table with some KT tape, but obviously just not strong enough to hold whatever injury he has for this Dodgeball Championships.
To be gutted not to be on court, but they're supporting the lads in their bid for 3rd place. It would be their highest position, but to be honest, 4th's pretty good. 1 for 1, Cardoso, Lera.
And then also taking the hit.
Janacek low, Janacek up. But he does get clipped. His arm's up, that's good. I don't think the referees noticed, but glad to see him taking his own hits. Grill firing across Dave Prestage. A response from Mullen and McAvoy on Kulnig. Van Copenhagen drawing the attention of Max Mertz, providing cover for McAvoy. It's through Mullen's arms. Did he go for the catch? I think he was able to leave it in time. Stays on court. 3 balls with Ireland. Only throwing 2. Mullen with cover against Mertz, but he's lost the ball. Mertz will follow through. Strike on McAvoy.
Just to answer a quick question on Unilad here on the comments. Gary Kershaw, what time the finals being played? Finals are supposed and scheduled to start at 4:15. There is a little bit of delay of around 15 minutes, so any time around 4:30 we start with the mixed final, England versus Austria. We will then go on to the men's final, England versus Northern Ireland, and then finish with the women's final, which is England versus Austria. Just a little bit of change in proceedings as opposed to normal dodgeball tournaments. We usually end with the men's final. This year we've started the tournament with a women's game and we are ending the tournament with a women's game. Nice little touch for a little bit of a change. Do you not agree, Jake?
Well, I do. It's about time, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when you consider that the women's competition has had a different winner for the last few years. It should certainly be a more interesting game from a European dodgeball following perspective. Certainly looking forward to seeing Austria trying to defend their title, England trying to reclaim that. They're very much looking forward to that final. A little bit of dodgeball left though before we start approaching that stage.
4 minutes, 18 seconds left on the clock in this one, this bronze medal match between the Republic of Ireland and Austria. Austria leading 23-3.
As we pick it back up, this is just James Van Copenhagen on his own. 2 balls. I think he's struck. Yeah, he knows it. It's a big, big ask. You're facing off against Janacek and Lera. 2 big throws from both sides of the Austrian court. A third one in the mix. Definitely a big ask for Van Copenhagen.
Austrians trying to get the crowd going here, supporting their men.
Kern's on the ground, he wants the catch, he's baiting Janacek. Get up, Rob. McAvoy, it's up and in! But Prestage, is he hit first?
Yeah, hit first, tried to catch the first one.
So in and out, good work from Garvin McAvoy. Blocked up.
Hit there, number 1.
Austria with no balls. 1 in for Kulnig, but it's not theirs. Austria go low, the dead drop, and Metz caught out.
Nearly recovered it. Just a little bit slow in the reaction there.
I don't think he expected that ball to cross him at all. 3 on Kearns. That champ picking up once again. It's 3 on 3. Janacek and Kulnig, 1 each. It's a catch from Prestage. A hit against McAvoy. No catch this time for Prestage. It's a bounce.
Bounce on Prestage.
Just now, Janacek for Austria. Cardoso with the pressure. He comes up with 2. Release 1. And a hit. And I think quite a painful step for Van Copenhagen.
Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe
Looks like ankle.
Yeah, twist of an ankle maybe.
Helped off court. Phil Jones back in. Ready to come in. Refs are okay. Austria for sure will be fine. Koenig, Lehrer ready to run for Austria. Adopting once again that single-sided running stance. It's the sacrifice play, blocked to begin with. Big effort from Rana. I don't think he got the hit, but he hasn't noticed.
Yeah, I think it was in the air as he made the sacrifice.
There's a fair few coming now. Mitterauer getting one, Metz getting one. But Metz struck on the return by Prestage. Prestage taken out, Jones down at the hands of Koenig in the air. Every shot, a sacrifice. Jakob Lehrer finishing things off.
Absolutely
very quick.
insane there by the Austrians.
What a finish, what a show.
So the Austrians take the bronze medal in the men's tournament.
Deegan coming in for the handshakes.
So Jake is just going down now. He's going to try and grab a couple of people for an interview. Either two from the winning nation, maybe one from each. Just so we can get some courtside feedback from the players. Austrians celebrating here on court in their usual fashion. So next game up will be the women's third place playoff between Slovenia and Northern Ireland. Like I said, just waiting on Jake to grab a couple of people, going down for the interviews. We'll let the Austrians have their time, celebrating in their usual fashion. I can see Jake down there now, not knowing who to grab. So I think Jake has grabbed a couple of members from both sides there. One from the Irish, a couple from the Austrians. Just about ready to do the interview. Yep, so here Jake is with the players.
So I am down courtside after that third, fourth place playoff between Republic of Ireland and Austria. I have here Jakob Lehrer, instrumental in that performance. Jakob, how did you find that game?
You say it was all right. Yeah, it was good game.
Okay, good game. So you're facing off against Republic of Ireland. I think you guys had them early in the group stages. Have you changed anything from when you saw them the first time?
Yeah, we played like in the playbook, so it was everything straight. Yeah.
Okay, good. I guess finally you guys are qualifying for the World Cup next year. It's big news, Madison Square Garden, a trip to New York. You guys must be excited, yeah?
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's all right. You know, we want to win. We wanted to win the European Championship, but there are more championships to go. So,
Well, I guess I will leave you guys. Thank you for your time, Jakob, and translator. I'll catch up with you guys later. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Here we are, Jake with Rob Kearns from the Irish team.
And I'm now courtside once more. This is Rob Kearns from the Republic of Ireland Dodgeball team, just losing out to Austria in the third, fourth place playoff. But still, Rob, good finish. How did you find playing against Austria this time?
It's tough. It's like being thrown up by a cannonball. Particularly someone like Jacob, who he's got to be hitting over 70 mile an hour, if not pushing 80. When the ball hits you, particularly if it hits you in the face, you don't even know until like a few seconds afterwards. It's a bit of a shock.
I guess it must be a whole bunch of strong throws on the Austrian team. I know they've been training particularly hard, and that is one of their big things. They have a lot of handball, a lot of other sports over there, throwing based. Were you trying to bring anything special against them? Any special new tactics after facing them in the groups?
Yesterday we had a really good catching game against them. We were hoping that would show again today, but they particularly focused on our catches with multiple group throws, and it really did show because we didn't manage to pick off many against them, nowhere near as many as yesterday. So something to work on for next year, but overall not too disappointed with the performance. In the end, a better team won, unfortunately.
That said, fourth place, that's a pretty good result for Republic of Ireland. Is it not your highest place in European so far?
Yeah, previously we've had fifth at Belfast, which was really good for us. Still hasn't sunk in that we've got to fourth. It's still very surreal. So I think give it a couple of hours and a dozen beers or so, and it may feel a little bit different.
Well, Rob, fantastic play from both teams there. Congratulations on fourth, and look forward to seeing you next year in New York.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Cheers, Rob.
Thank you very much. Take care.
So we are back here with some gameplay. Women's third place playoff. Slovenia versus Northern Ireland. Match just about to get underway. Jake will be on his way up after that interview. Here you see the Irish girls just getting ready for their third place playoff. So, this match is very important, not only for the bronze medal, but the winner of this third place playoff will qualify for the Dodgeball World Cup in Madison Square Gardens in New York City next year. Unfortunately, the losers who come in fourth place will not qualify as Australia are the reigning champions of the World Cup. And we're underway. So Northern Ireland here with the 4 balls. Block there and a hit, number 10. Five on five. James, head ref James Tuthill just explaining that rules. Not making the catch there, number 14 for Slovenia. Good blocks there, and a hit. Number 23, you are out of there. So Klobel and Kerbers, number 21, number 4 and 21 left in. There's a hit on the shoulder there. Only Klobel left in. Let's see if she can turn this game around. Moya Leeds not being able to control that. It just happened to roll across, nothing needed there. Two out for Northern Ireland there. Good block, good running counter, and a hit. She's got to track back. She makes a hit.
I've come back at a good time.
You did.
1v1 in the first set. Coble really lucky at the end there. Beth Redmond really backed herself behind that.
Absolutely, I thought she was going to make it. Unfortunately not. I can see the replay there. Oh, it was so close.
This, of course, third, fourth playoff, critical for both these teams.
Yeah.
A little bit more at stake here than in the other two competitions. False start.
So Northern Ireland 2-0 down, but start with that ball live at the back of the court, put pressure on the Slovenians, get their first 2 balls back.
Not yet, now it's go.
Out for Beth Redmond, because yes, they flicked the 2 balls back. One was live, but the second one wasn't. You can only collect the opposing team's balls when your own 2 are live.
And that's gutting. She was listening for the call. She got the okay. Sharnec over 1, blocks the second. Out to Korbel, Buzetti, Kaucic. Sharnec holding the final one, right wing. Is she going to come down on? She does, on O'Leary. Great response from Susie Vickers. She's on it in a moment.
So 4 and 5 in favour of Slovenia here.
Catch against one by Buzetti. Horvat just skipping out of the way. Ball fed back into her. Pass it down to the wings. Buzzetti, Šanić and Kaučić. Targeting Susie Vickers. But Kaučić taken out with the standing counters from that Northern Irish backline.
Catch there by Moya Lee.
She's pleased. The referee calling out Duffy.
Redmond in again on her own.
Referee's decision. Again, Redmond must be feeling a little penalised, a little punished. She needs to keep her head up.
So Slovenia 4-0 in front now. 2 games ahead of the Northern Ireland ladies.
But informal discussions become an official timeout. Pretty much Coble on our near side looking a little happy than he has done across most of the morning. You've seen from our second camera view a lot more intense discussion in that Northern Ireland camp. Shun Wong in there, trying to G's girls on. As I'm sure Sam's mentioned, a lot at stake in this. That qualification, that World Cup spot is on the line here. And that will be a huge boon for Slovenian dodgeball were they to qualify.
Absolutely. Get their country out there in the dodgeballing world. Looks like the teams are ready now to get this important third, fourth place playoff underway again. Danny Eggleton just controlling the crowd there for the start of the game.
That's it, he wants to be heard, that whistle needs to be heard.
That Thunder 2000 whistle. Other whistles are available.
Of all the whistle sounds, I don't think thunder. Strike on Buzzetti, strike on Šanić. No catch this time for Moya Lee.
She's usually quite a safe pair of hands in the catching department.
Especially in that sort of position, you see it's a well-trained, it's almost reactionary. Kaučić trying to keep Susie Vickers back. Does lose a ball in the process. Free throw out. Tina Coble with the catch. Struck immediately afterwards. It does catch in. Šanić. On the feet of Kurbus. Ref says bounce.
Running Carter through and made the hit.
Nice from Šanić that time, blocking down across court to Kurbus. No play ball. Little bit of threatening being put on by O'Leary, by Duffy, the two Ashlings. Big throw from Wong on Šanić.
Absolutely, now it's 3-on-3, all even. 2 balls to the Northern Ireland Knights. Jump, block, running counter. Didn't see number 23 Horvat with that ball. Was like a sitting duck in the middle of the court there.
I think you're absolutely right. She had eyes only for Kaučić in that moment. Didn't notice Horvat on the right.
Hit there, 2-on-2.
Wong straight down, another ball. Staring down Kaučić. It is not a catch, not for referee Tuthill.
No, I agree with him on that one. And a hit there, Northern Ireland take that set. Only one game behind now, 4-2.
That's unfortunate for Kurbus. I think she just had a little bit too much sideways momentum. That ball came Not the way she was expecting.
Very similar to Beth Redmond's in the first one.
Certainly. Do hope you're still enjoying this on the Unilad stream, Unilad Sport portal through Facebook. Remember, you are also able to get in touch with us on Twitter through the hashtag Eurododge2017. And if you want to discuss the happenings on Court 2, that is being streamed on the WDA YouTube page. You can get in touch with Greg and Kelly through the live chat there. What about quick?
Yeah, 3 balls to the Slovenians. Hit there on Krubel.
Good response against Susie Vickers. Biggest smile in dodgeball.
Really?
That's what I have been saying.
Okay. Let's go with that then.
Northern Ireland must play 2. Strike on Shanich.
That ball in the centre zone on the Northern Ireland side, so they're going to have to play. Here comes Slovenia. 3-ball attack, 3 throws, and the delayed gets the hit.
Now Ashley O'Leary looks a little uncomfortable. She looks like she might be hurt. Nothing critical.
Good hits there by the Northern Ireland.
Again,
nice
a Slovenian
women.
player taking one to the face. A little uncomfortable right at the nose.
2 on 3 now. Very close to the toes there. Still, Northern Ireland with the 3 balls couldn't have to make a play. Good hit there by Pizzetti, number 5. Oh, hit on the 3rd ball.
That's too many things to dodge. The air was full of balls. Each team still just burning that 3rd ball. No hit on Buzetti. Susie Vickers not happy.
Good jumping block there. And Kerbal blocking that ball away from herself as well. Managing not to hit a teammate. You don't want that to happen.
No, we've seen a few, and there's nothing like the disappointment. Long almost with the catch, palms it down. And that might be a nosebleed. Absolutely no mercy from either of these teams. Full power. And if it is, we have the rule against blood on court. That will need to be mopped up immediately.
Like you said, no mercy there from the Slovenians. Just taking a chance now, taking a bit of fluid while there's this stoppage in play.
It's smart, as long as it's just water. If there's anything but water, these referees will come down hard. We saw a little spillage, Coca-Cola earlier. Something brown and fizzy. So in the event that they cannot quite stem the flow, they will need to be making a hot substitution. The referees are fine with that. Looking down the list, they certainly have enough women in the squad to be swapping somebody in. The Northern Ireland Knights. Plenty of people willing to step up. All right, things almost ready, underway. Players back in position. All right, back underway.
Yeah, Slovenia with a 4-ball attack. Only 3 coming forward.
Hit on Susie Vickers. Buzetti and Corbel pretty pleased with themselves. And with good reason, Susie provides a strong countering option for Northern Ireland.
Block catch by Moira Lee.
Horvat suppressing O'Leary. Five balls, Northern Irish side, one rolling back, and Horvat struck twice.
No catch there for Horvat.
The opportunity for 4 balls. Aisling Duffy choosing to hold, not trying to pick out Kerber, so she's reaching over. It's good commitment this time from O'Leary, keeping that possession for her side. Catch from Redmond, and she's out of the court, but the catch is secure. The player not out, but certainly hurt. I think that's going to signify the end.
Yeah, 1 point each there. 3 players left on court, both sides.
So minor confusion at the end, I think. Referee Tuthill not sure if a Slovenian player had left the court for that catch. Slovenia, yes, convinced that she had, and they were trying to point out to the referee that Aisling O'Leary seen him discomfort with her ankle. She's now sitting off. They're bringing on Eugenia Hewitt, Paige Hewitt. That's to replace O'Leary.
So 2 balls with the Northern Ireland Knights. Good dodging there from the substitute.
Four balls. Good release. Hewitt scoring a hit on Kaucic. And that signifies the end of the first half.
Just a little bit of a discussion here with the line judges.
Is that number of players?
Yeah, 5 and 5 point each. 8-4.
All right, so still Slovenia looking pretty good going into the halfway mark.
Yeah, only 2 games in it though.
That's right, Northern Ireland certainly not out of this.
Absolutely not.
They know what's on the line. You can see that they're putting everything into it. Injuries throughout the squad. Clearly giving 100%. By the same token, big respect towards those Slovenian The Slovenian women having to partake in the mixed competition alongside the men as well. Shared between the two. Quite a small squad. They must be getting tired.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Especially over a 3-day tournament. It's certainly going to take its toll on your body.
That's right, doing very well once again. He's competed at this level. Now, critically, the Austrians appear to be playing human basketball.
Danny Eggleton, stick to reffing, son. Stick to reffing.
I was going to get a card out for that.
It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
Off the backboard.
Nuts. That went straight through his legs.
It's a halfway mark in this playoff. Slovenia leading Northern Ireland 8 points to 4. Slovenian women looking as strong as they have done throughout the tournament. I think they had some moments where I think that their form has fallen as a team. But I'm constantly impressed by their ability to rally, especially against opposition like Northern Ireland. Big, deep squad, a lot of history. A lot of those team members have been playing together for a very long time indeed.
Absolutely.
You can hear that crowd appreciation picking up. The Northern Ireland chant is strong.
The Austrians have brought their drum, and that's what's making the noise. Like we always say, dodgeball's such a community sport. Everyone supports everyone.
That's it, everyone's got their favourites, but really, a good match of dodgeball is always good to watch by any appreciator of the sport, and hopefully by you guys joining us on that Unilad stream. Maybe a bit of an introduction to high-level dodgeball in Europe. Certainly hope it's turning you on to a new sport, maybe something you hadn't considered. You can, of course, get involved with dodgeball at any level throughout the UK and Europe. The dodgeball associations are all very, very active. I wholeheartedly recommend you get in touch with your domestic and local dodgeball associations and teams. Especially as winter's approaching. A fantastic winter sport. Dodgeball is predominantly indoor, although some nations will run beach tournaments, outdoor tournaments. There's a flavour of dodgeball for everyone, accessible at pretty much every level. As I thoroughly recommend you get involved.
So, start of the second half just about to get underway. Northern Ireland 4, Slovenia 8. Like we've always said throughout this match, the winner not only gets the bronze medal at these European Championships, but also gets the qualification to the Dodgeball World Cup at Madison Square Gardens in New York City next year. So everything is all to play for in this second half. Great catch to start off with there for Slovenia.
I see it, Kaučić in the centre. Set strong, set well. More than happy to take that early throw. Kira Wong back on court, that nosebleed stemmed. But we still have the other substitution made, Lindsay McKeon. And she's on for Aisling O'Leary.
Good hits there by the Northern Ireland Knights.
So many balls there on Šanić. Horvat passing out to Buzetti. Buzetti standing counter that pre-throw high. Horvat also caught
Where
short.
are we now? 5 in for the Northern Ireland Knights, 3 in for Slovenia. Got a lot of support for both teams on these comments at Unilad.
I say at this point, as Horvat's out, she almost had the catch in. I think she committed really quite early.
Hit there on the hand.
Need. So Tina Corbell, Northern Ireland to play. Wong on her own. Now Corbell with the 3 balls has to make this play. She's not going to go all the way forward. Vickers is on fast. Catch on Vickers and struck by Moya Lee.
Yep, catching out there. Good decision there, Danny Eggleton.
That is your classic catching out. So Šanić in for Slovenia. Lee on the shins. Northern Ireland now back in it. Just 1 game to draw level. You see the crowd more than happy.
So Northern Ireland here coming forward with the 1 ball. Protecting it with both the others on the wings. Now they have 3 again. Coming forward with that 3-ball attack.
Duffy trying to hold that attention in the middle, now firing herself out to the wings, passing on to Kira Wong. For that quick counter, Wong struck once, maybe twice on the legs. She seemed much more interested in the counter. Redmond's decision, Vickers holding, waiting.
Yeah, letting the first ball pass her there. Second one blocked.
Ball coming in by the ball retrievers, knocking that out of Šanić's hand. The advantage now going to Northern Ireland as Aisling Duffy picks up that ball that Šanić drops. Vickers over Buzzetti's shot.
4 balls should be here. For Northern Ireland, let's see what they do with them.
McKeown in the middle holding, no defense. Duffy's a little further forward, but Slovenia don't seem to be pressing the counter-attack. Vickers blocking, lost control, and Duffy struck in the moment. McKeown lost control, 3 balls, super accurate from Slovenia. Redmond to respond, but it seems like the pace is being slowed. Slovenia ready to defend. 3 balls, Northern Ireland. Catch from Corbell. It was now Moya Lee in that number 18 shirt. She's gone. Slovenia again extending that lead. It's 10 points to Northern Ireland 6. 5 minutes passed in this second half. Straight underway. Novak sprinting that second ball. Wong almost with a loss of control, but she has hands. There's no air gap. Slovenia play 2. Both of Vickers. Vickers didn't see it going low. 1 for 1, Šanić. For
Taking that previous match with the Scotland, where did we have that guy tuning in from? Was it Tokyo?
We did, yes. It was it Dan Watt? It was certainly a Watt.
Absolutely. Now we've just got shouts out to Vernon tuning in from Malaysia.
Ah, Vernon, yes, we saw him at the World Cup playing for the Malaysian team.
Absolutely.
Great to have you on the stream with us.
Mr. Snapback, as it was known.
Mr. Snapback.
Yeah, Jake Canna and Sam Mason here commentating on this important 3rd, 4th place playoff. Winner does go to the World Cup.
Redmond unfortunate not to see that one coming. That was a sitter for her. If I remember rightly, does Vernon wear number 5 for Malaysia? I forget, let me know. McKeown on her own, the catch is good! I think Vernon from Malaysia probably scouting out the competition for the World Cup coming up. They must be
being a little sneaky there.
McKeown steps over the ball, not the line.
So 3-on-2 in favour of the Northern Ireland Knights. Good shot by Slovenia on Redmond there.
That's a Tina Corbell with a long standing counter against Beth Redmond. Vickers out the way. Vickers and McKeown in the corners. The counter must be coming. It's Vickers up. It's close. Bounce. Vickers again on the ball. McKeown, they have 3.
Just to make a play.
Play 2. McKeown does well to pull her hands back from that.
Absolutely, she wanted to catch at the front of the court. Difficult technique, that's throw, drop and catch it all in a quick succession.
She's over Vickers on her own. McKeown for support.
Ireland got the 3, got to make the play.
Corbell with the catch on Vickers. That brings in Kaučić. She's got Horvat and Corbell by her sides. She's underneath. And line fault?
No, out for losing control.
But time, Slovenia take it by 1 player. Critical catch then by Tina Corbell, securing that extra 2 points for Slovenia. See that catch, she's underneath the second. It was a great moment. Great moment for Lindsay McKeown, but not quite enough.
For the full team win there. Now losing 6-12.
Slovenia must play 2. Here comes 1, here comes 2. McKeown not watching. Stunning
Great
catch. As Kaučić in the middle taking Duffy down. Šanić blocking them away, no trouble for her. Wong with a spicy throw, it's rolling back. Kaučić in the middle, catch by Vickers. And catch by Redmond. Buzzetti can't get away with that long throw this time.
No, absolutely not.
Šanić out.
Yeah, Austrian line judge calling that.
Tina Corbell thinking of burning. They must play 2. Horvat passing off to Corbell. Surely must be the target. Northern Ireland. At Corbell, there's a catch. And then a hit.
Catch and out there. So, 5 left in for the Northern Ireland Knights against 3 Slovenian players.
They're looking for Horvat. McKeown still trying to push Horvat back. Horvat has a go at Duffy. Northern Ireland now to play 2. Cover from Duffy. McKeown goes long. There's a catch at the back from Moya Lee. No one knows who threw it. It's Horvat.
Going forward with 3. Running, jumping, split dodge there by Vickers.
Everyone looking for Kaučić. Kurbas now also with the ball for Slovenia. Stunning catch at the back by Kaučić. Split and low. Susie Vickers can't be annoyed at that. Stunning work. Duffy quick, hit. On Buzzetti, she's only just made her way back onto court.
Straight out again.
But Kurbas struck. Redmond with the loss of control, and that finishes it for Northern Ireland. Another 2 points.
This is what they need.
That's it. Still behind, not that far, just about enough time. I think Slovenia trying to disrupt that momentum. They're pulling in that timeout.
Very good decision there by the coach.
I think so. They need to disrupt that. That was good momentum from Northern Ireland. Shun Wong there doing his absolute best to keep those girls in that mood, in that spirit, keep them pumped. Primož Kobel over on the far side. He knows his girls have still got the lead. They can hold the lead. Not a lot of time, we think, maybe about 4 minutes. Now, roughly at 1 point a minute, as we've seen through this tournament so far. Northern Ireland could draw level if they go any quicker and win everything coming. They could take that at the last minute from Slovenia, and that would be gutting for them. "20 seconds, 30 seconds left. Ref's even quicker on it. Danny Eggleton wants to get things back underway as soon as possible. Roughly 4 minutes of play remain. Just about enough time for Northern Ireland to bring it back, but if Slovenia can hold on, maybe 2 minutes more, they'll be in a much stronger position. Now Duffy out of the way.
Yeah, good dodging there on the way back.
It's Šanić again on the wing. Vickers out the way, Duffy out the way. Good evasion, both teams yet to make a hit. It's 3-1, gets the hit on Šanić. McKeown follows up for Cyril.
Yeah, there's that hit. One player up for Northern Ireland. Still one player up.
That's
Good
it.
use of the block there by Vickers, number 8.
That's it, she's safe possession now with Northern Ireland.
Hit 2 hits there.
Hits. That's Bruzetti and Kobel. The comeback is looking strong now for Northern Ireland.
2 minutes, 40 seconds left.
Horvat, Kurbas and Kaučić. Horvat not quite finding the toes of
Double
one.
hit there, that was good. That is very good by the girls of Northern Ireland.
Certainly big. So hit on Kaučić in the centre now, just Horvat and Kurbas for Slovenia. Really needing to get another game or to drag this one on as long as they possibly can. Hold that lead. Kurbas up quick, but held back by Duffy. Slovenia must play too. No counter on from Northern Ireland. Now 3 balls with Slovenia. They'll be forced to make the play, but the counter option is here for Northern Ireland. Kurbas gets McKeown, but Duffy gets Horvat. Now Kurbas with the catch, brings in Šanić.
There is no need for Redmond to make that throw there.
No.
Absolutely no need.
Bit of a mistake, but Moya Lee quick up court. It's 1 each. Šanić is struck, but Kurbas remains in. Northern Ireland surely with the advantage. Wide at Wong. The catch!
Catch it out.
So Duffy goes, but Moya Lee scores the hit. This brings in Tina Kobel. Wide of Wong is hit. It's 1-on-1. Kobel versus Lee. This could end up being pivotal for the final score. Block. Moya's got a throw. Kobel quick. Just wide. She's trying to bait the catch. It's a line fault.
That may have just secured it for Slovenia. 14-8, not less than a minute to go. Not long left at all. That was a game that Northern Ireland had to win if they had any chance of going through or getting a draw and playing that last 30-second game maybe.
That's it, maybe just enough time if Northern Ireland can produce something special very quickly, but they need these hits, need to end the game. It starts well, catch from Wong.
Not a lot of time left now.
Duffy and Wong out the way.
All Slovenia needs to do is just play for time, and they'll be in the World Cup.
Ball out to Vickers for Northern Ireland. 4 balls from Slovenia. They're targeting Vickers. It's a block. She's through. There's a hit and she's away from Kaučić, but it's time.
And Slovenia win the bronze medal in the women's category.
And critically, they're going to New York.
They are indeed.
This is massive for Slovenia.
Something they'll probably work very hard for leading up to these championships. And what they've worked for has happened.
That's it. We saw them first all the way back in Italy. Dodgeball European Championships 2012. Only 3 women's teams, they placed 3rd. Chester in England, 8 women's teams, they placed 5th. Austria, 9 women's teams, they placed 8th. A bit of a drop for Slovenia. Belfast, Slovenia placed 7th. Paris, France, last year, Slovenia placed 3rd. They're 3rd one more time here in Glasgow, Scotland, but it's a much bigger 3rd. They're through, and that is Slovenia heading to New York next year. I think it's going to take a moment or two to sink in. Obviously jubilant on court, they're pleased with the win. Northern Ireland can't be upset with 4th. It was a fiercely fought battle. Slovenia doing what they needed to hold on. It was that penultimate game, going down to the one-on-one, Slovenia playing for time. Moyoli, unfortunately, it was the line fault at the very end. And there was just a moment of confusion as the number of balls on court. There was a little issue. Distracted. But Tina Kobel holding it for Slovenia. And then that final round, kind of nail in the coffin, really. Obviously disappointment for Northern Ireland at the centre court, but Slovenia having that fantastic moment. They're taking their flags down. Their job is done. They can hit the showers, they can hit the spectator spots. Either way, they can go home proud. They've retained their position in the European standings from last year, 3rd place. I would say critically, huge opportunity for Slovenia. The thanks to the crowd, to Northern Ireland, worthy opponents in the 3rd, 4th playoff. Look at that moment. So pleased for Slovenia. Now we will be taking a short break on all courts. We are scheduled for an interview down courtside. Hopefully Sam Mason's made his way down. We bring you an interview from him, hopefully with those 3rd place winners, Slovenia women's. But I think for just a minute we need the Swiss to clear the decks. If we get a few words, I believe it's probably going to be Primož Kobel. That's the Swiss gathering up. Just having a minute in front. A photo opportunity. They can have it in a moment. We need to speak with Slovenia. So after this break coming up, very shortly we'll be bringing you the finals. I'll give you the times of those in just a moment. Hopefully we'll be able to hand off down to Sam, courtside, with a quick chat with the Slovenian women.
I'm here with Slovenia, just won the bronze medal in the women's category. How do you feel?
I mean, it's amazing. We expected some results, but yesterday and now it's awesome. I mean, I can't even talk. It's awesome.
You're going to America next year in the World Cup. A lot of preparation, need to do that, and a lot of training.
Yeah, we're only 13 now. We play it in mixed and now in women's. It's a little bit so we need to double up our team and everything. So it's gonna be.
Okay, well, good luck in preparation for America, and hopefully see you there.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No worries.
Great stuff there from the Slovenian women. Great to have a quick chat with Sam Mason courtside. Now we are taking, as I say, a short break. We'll be bringing you the finals at 4:30 here on court 1. A mixture of the finals coming up. The first one mixed is going to be Austria versus England, followed by the men's final, Northern Ireland versus England, and then finally the women's final, closing the event here in Ravenscraig, Austria versus England. See you again at 4:30.